Hello Glamour Ghouls and welcome back. If you are new here, my name is Midge Munster and on this channel we do all things campy, kooky, glamorous, and spooky. Today is a very big day for those of us who are Halloween lovers year-round. It is the day that Spirit Halloween has finally opened in my town, and we are going to do a first full walkthrough of this Spirit Halloween store. I am in full October mode, as you can see. I am really excited. I have been waiting for Spirit to open. I am doing some big things with my yard this year and I'm in need of some larger props than usual. Usually that's not what I'm looking for this time of year, but there are a few things at Spirit this year that have really caught my attention. So I'm excited to see those in person and just to see what all they've brought to the table this year. So it is bright and early. They just opened. Let's head in and do a walkthrough of Spirit Halloween 2023. It's time. Okay, so as we know from the PR box this year, the theme was Spirit Hallows Cemetery, and they have gone all in. This is such a cool mausoleum setup. Like a walkthrough with all the animatronics in here, but there's also like placards and candles. It's honestly really aesthetically pleasing. Oh, and they've got a fan projection thing like last year. There's Jack. There were also some bats up there just a minute ago. That was really cute. I wonder if they'll come back. Okay, let's do a better look at some of our new animatronics. So, let's see. This is Straw Man. He's very tall.
Did you know that this land is cursed? The original farmer buried his victims in this very field. They say it helped to keep the soil nice and fertilized. Would you care to see where the remains lie?
I honestly really like his voice and sound. I think if I wasn't building my own scarecrow this year, that would probably be pretty high on my list. Okay, well, let's visit the friend who's making all the noise over here. Oh my goodness. So this fella is motion activated. So this is poor George, who seems to have been sawed in half. The laugh is a lot for me. I don't know about George. And over here we have a positively massive Killer Clowns from Outer Space. This is honestly really cool. Really cool slim animatronic. Like, look at all the details. He's huge, guys. This bag is full of popcorn. I would say this has got to be what, like, that's got to be like 7 feet tall at minimum. He's really big. Okay, and then around the other side of the mausoleum, we've got the Widow. She's very scary. It's giving Bent Neck Woman from Haunting of Hill House. Honestly, a slay though. Her sculpt is pretty good. She's very, like, unsettling and crooked. Okay, let's take a look at our friends inside the mausoleum. This is a redo of an old animatronic. The scarecrow sitter pops up. But as you can see, they've redone his face. Honestly, y'all, they took a lot of notes from Wicked Makers. I'm just gonna say it. If you haven't seen Wicked Makers' redo of this animatronic on their channel, go check that out because it's very good. Oh, this is cool. Here lies Grim. His arms kind of coming out of the wall. And then we've got Dagger Mike, little clown with some knives. Oh! I did not realize he jumped unextended. Ooh. I really do. I want to... Can I buy this mausoleum spirit? Call me. So I do have the prices of all the display pieces that will be for sale. They don't do this until after Halloween, or on, so I think it starts on starting October 31. So they start selling these on Halloween. Honestly, y'all, I would love to own part of this mausoleum. Look how freaking, it's just so cool. It's so freaking cool. I don't know. That's something to think about. Y'all, this is honestly the first time in years that my spirit, like my hometown spirit, has been this set up. It looks amazing. Look at this setup. Okay, we've also got Dolly Darling, which is this monstrosity. Let's see what she does. Oh, jeez. I hate that. I do not like that one bit. Work, Dolly. Yes, queen. Well, she's effective. That gave me a spookin'. I didn't like that. There's a really awesome Lord Raven tombstone. This is listed as part of the display, so I don't know if it's going to be for sale, but they had so many of these amazing tombstones online for the Spirit Hollow Cemetery. I don't see them in store, so we might have to check online. Very cool, like column gargoyle. I think if I remember right, this is a fogger, so the mouth spits fog out. So here is the piece I have been most excited about. It is this Gordo gentleman pillar. So he's a very spooky jack-o'-lantern on a just like concrete looking pillar. But I love that the like cheesecloth makes it look like he's got guts coming out. He's just very fun, very effective, very spooky. I really like him. I'm honestly just so obsessed with this cemetery. I love cemetery stuff. This is so beautiful. I want to live here. Oh, there is something behind that door. They tried to get me. Girl, they tried to get me. Listen, there's something behind this door, and there's a knocker that says knock here. And I don't know if I'm feeling brave enough. I'm pretty sure it's just a jumping spider. It's a jumping spider. Okay. That's pretty fun with the like doors set up and there's like other spiders in there. That's okay. Okay, we did it. We faced our fears of things jumping from weird spaces. So over here we've got a couple new Grave Watcher is new. Whisper voice is very scary. Also got little Skelly Bones, which is a jumper. He pops up. And I think the last guy we haven't gotten is this Black Heart. Is a Grim Reaper type with a cloak blocking his reveal here.
Don't be afraid. Your time has come. Join me now and forever. We will own the nights.
Honestly, I think he might be scarier without that like body girl inside. She just kind of sits there and it's only like half her body. I don't know. I think he could be a little more effective if he was a bit different, but the just stature of him and the sculpt of his face and everything is very cool. Like when he's just standing like this, super cool. So this piece is not displayed anywhere, but this is something I've had my eye on, this fogging skull pile. It's not new. They had this last year for sure, and maybe for years before that. But as y'all know, I'm doing a Sleepy Hollow display, and I think having a fogging pile of skulls of heads that the Horseman has claimed would be a very, very legit thing. This is $99.99. Pretty sure I have a spirit coupon somewhere too, so I don't know. What do y'all think? I think that might be like my spirit must-have for this year. We've also got Man's Possessed Friend, Bubba, back this year. You can get him for $129.99, which is a discounted price, so they must be trying to move him. We've also got Stilts back here. We've also got a bunch of different inflatables. If you want the sitting scarecrow without the animatronic aspect, they've got him. Got a giant rat. I think this one is so cute every year. It's like a hearse with skeletons driving. There's something very, very fun about that one. And they got a spooky tree, and that's new. Got blow up ghost face, very interesting. And a pumpkin arch. I think that about covers all the big yard type items. So let's start looking at some of the home decor. So at this point I had to switch over to a voiceover because their music was so loud, but the first home decor line is this mystic line, and it's got lots of witchy decor. I really liked this Death's Head Moth placard. They had it both in the silver and an iridescent option. Lots of cute witchy type decor in this line. This is one of the more generic spirit lines that isn't licensed, so lots of cute stuff here. I love these moon phase table runners and these bug mugs. As you can see, that beetle has some triple moon embossing on the back. I also really thought these cloches were pretty cool. This type of decor that they've been doing the last couple of years, it seems like they're erring a lot more towards trying to do some of their own kind of Michaels type stuff, and not just doing the licensed horror decor. I also like this little doormat that says "Not every witch lives in Salem." Just a lot of cute kind of pentacle witchy purple and black, if that's a theme you go for. They also have expanded on this tarot line, which they've done for the last 2 years or so. They had a lot of cute blue and gold things that just have the different cards on them. This was a standout piece for me, this little cootie catcher. Kind of a fun, take on fortune telling, and it had some tarot cards on the outside. Just something a little bit different than usual. A lot of these things are repeats from years past, so I'm not spending a ton of time on them, but they do have a few new options. There was this Empress tapestry. The Empress is one of my birth cards, so I always gravitate towards anything with her on it. I also liked this palmistry banner and this little hand placard, and they had a cool new fortune teller sign that had kind of a, I don't know, the way it's painted, it almost looks like it's reflective, but it isn't. But I liked the imagery in the crystal ball on this. They also had their Ouija line, which they always do. This was new to me, at least, this kind of see-through glass Ouija mug. That was cool. I have that natural wood planchette wall hanger up there, and that's still to this day one of my favorite things I've gotten from Spirit Halloween. The next line is this haunted home, very, gothic mansion decor. We've got a Memento Mori sign and a bunch of just different skeleton and skull motifs. I'm not really sure what this little placard is for. It looks like maybe it would go above a door or something, but I liked the design of it. I also really liked this frame. It was really, really heavy. Had the option to either stand on a table or hang on a wall, and it did have like a bubble glass, which was kind of cool. I'm usually not one for skull motifs so much, but I actually thought this mug was kind of nice. Again, really heavy. And just some different tabletop decor. I also really liked this dead inside kind of Art Deco looking rubber doormat. They've got some spiderweb table decor, a runner, and there is a matching tablecloth. I also really like these kind of lacy raven cloths and mantle scarves that they've done the last couple of years. If I did more of a bird-esque theme, I would definitely use those in my decor. A lot of this line is focused on kind of romance and skeletons. It's very similar to that Michael's Pink line we've seen in the last few years. Then they had some kind of generic Halloween themes. A little ghost fleece blanket, which I don't remember seeing before, and a ghost tablecloth and matching mantle scarf. And the last of the non-licensed was, of course, the graveyard accoutrement. They had lots of tombstones. Again, didn't see any of those ones from the Spirit Hallows line, so maybe you have to get those online. I fell in love with this stinking fence, and I bought a skull fence last year on clearance from Target, thinking I could, you know, kind of dirty it up and make it look really cool. But man, I'm really gonna have to put some thought into that and see if that pumpkin fence is something that I want for my display. It's $30 for 3 pieces, which is pricey because I'd probably need at least 2 of them. This is kind of more what the one I bought from Target looks like. Oh shit, y'all. They've got a Spirit t-shirt this year that's Sammy. They've been coming for me with the trick-or-treat stuff the last couple years. Rude. Okay, we've got all of our t-shirts for the season. I like this one. Never accept a ride from strangers. That's me, but also that's me. You know what I'm saying? If they had this like sweatshirt over a flannel business in my size, it's an XL, but I don't think it would fit me. That is so freaking cute. $39.99. Come on, that's so 90s. I love Scream. Y'all know I love Scream. Anything Scream. Give it like a little Letterman jacket. I'm dead. A Sam beanie. He's so handsome. So this is new. So they had this one last year. I got this last year. But what I have not seen before is Sammy out of his mask. So cute. Look at him. He's just a baby. Oh my god, if Roscoe would ever let me. Wait. Do I need this as a new pillow for the Beatles suite? That's so fun. It's huge. I thought it was just the plush at first. Now heading into more of the licensed lines. So of course you've got your huge wall of plushes and blankets and that freaking Sam Squishmallow thing that I've been debating buying for the last 3 years. They had some cute fleece throws this year. You can see there's one of the Haunted Mansion wallpaper and some cute different things I haven't seen before. Also fell in love with this little cousin It. How stinking cute is that? A lot of you have also been sending me this on Instagram.
This is what happens when you die. That is what happens when he dies. And that is what happens when they die. It's all very personal. And I'll tell you something. If I knew then what I know now, I wouldn't have had my little accident.
I wish she was sculpted to look a little bit more like Miss Argentina. But she's definitely fun. They had a couple of new Beetlejuice items, including this candy bowl. I think this is supposed to be the shrimp hand from the dinner scene, but honestly, the fingers didn't look like shrimp, so I was kind of confused about what that was supposed to be. But they had a lot of the same Beetlejuice stuff, so if you've missed out on any of this in the past, they do have restocks of a lot of these things. But for the most part, other than these Adam and Barbara hangers, which I don't remember seeing in the past, and then this little trinket tray coming up, for the most part, these were all repeats. So here's that little trinket tray. Then moving on to Haunted Mansion licensed line. Some really cool stuff here. I honestly don't know a ton about Haunted Mansion or its lore. I've been on the ride a few times and loved it, but I'm not a Haunted Mansion ghoulie per se. But they did have this hitchhiking ghosts gate, which I thought was cool. I thought those portraits of the ghosts were cool too. This is my favorite piece from this line, this lantern with the stretching portraits. I know several of you were looking for this Madame Leota mug last year. It is back. And just, you know, some cool pieces. I love these candle holders. I think those are really neat. A doormat. They also had a little hanging bat decor, which I'm assuming is from the facade of the mansion. That's pretty cool. But other than that, just a lot of, you know, neat wall hanging type options and mugs. I also thought this plate was really, really nice. I love the illustration on that. That seemed really rich to me, and it was ceramic. It was heavy. They had these cool busts, which were awesome. Very cool snow globe of the grave digger. Really cool. It's in a lantern casing, which I thought was awesome. They also had a light up statue of the organ playing ghost and Madame Leota's tombstone. Next, we have some Hocus Pocus decor, a little wreath. I hadn't seen this before with them hanging from the little crescent moon. That was cute. Some melamine plates that said "Cat's Got My Tongue" and had Thackeray Binks on them. And again, we're seeing a lot of similar things to last season, so if there was anything that you missed that you were hoping to get from the Hocus Pocus line, they probably have it back in stock. That portrait of the witch's house, I don't remember being there last year. I thought that was pretty cool. And we've got Billy Butcherson's head this year as well. This was the probably coolest thing I found. It was a stone-looking Winifred statue with a green light. Very, very cool. We've got a Billy sidestepper and a Frankenstein sidestepper. And then we're moving more into the doll area. Oh my god. I love him so much. Look at him. $50 in this economy? Oh my god, he's so cute though. Look at Ghostface. So much cute trick-or-treat stuff. This was a piece I really was looking forward to. This little tiny Sam blow mold. I really like that. They also had a Ghostface one that wasn't lighting up at the moment, but was very cute. And yeah, just lots of trick-or-treat stuff. It's so crazy to see so much of it in stores when for years you didn't see any trick-or-treat merch. But I love seeing all the different Sam dolls and this horrifying Annabelle doll, jump scare. They also have the Sam greeter and a Chucky version. Something else we're seeing a lot of this year that is new is Mars Attacks merch. They had a mask of the Mars Attacks Martians, as well as some cool, I really liked this holographic blueprint of the pistol. That was really cool. But yeah, you don't see Mars Attacks stuff ever, so that was a unique and interesting addition to Spirit this year. There's a Mars Attacks mug. I always love looking at the mugs, even though I definitely don't need another one. But they had some cute different things this year. I liked this Sam one that when it gets hot, it gets the print from the wallpaper on the mug. They also had a Scooby-Doo mystery machine, very cute. And then my personal favorite was this Addams Family vintage TV mug. I thought that was adorable. And then last but certainly not least, don't sleep on Spirit's bags. I love getting totes from Spirit Halloween. I loved these ones that had the candy window in them so you could see how much candy you've gotten while trick-or-treating. But this is a great place to get reusable bags. I keep these in my car and use them all the time for shopping. Definitely grab a few of these if you're a reusable bag ghoulie. All right, everyone. So there you have it, the first Spirit walkthrough of 2023. Overall, I think they've done a really excellent job with the store this year. I love a classic spooky theme, and I think the graveyard feeling is just immaculate. It makes the store extra spooky. I'll also be interested to see what everyone else's stores are looking like this year, but as a general rule, our stores here in Kansas City are usually not very well stocked and usually like don't have all the animatronics. The animatronics don't work. It seems like they've really put a lot of effort into making the store the best it could be this year, so that was really exciting to see. That is not typically my experience here in Missouri, so I really enjoyed seeing the store kind of living in its full version of itself, and I assume it will continue to get better because they just opened, so they're only going to get more stock, so hopefully it will just continue to elevate as the season goes on. You can kind of see back here, the only thing I did end up getting today was the fogging skull pile. This is something I knew I wanted for the Sleepy Hollow haunt. I think I'm gonna try to make a tree of death around it. That's really everything I want to do for this haunt is so what is that word? I keep wanting to say presumptuous. That's not right. Precocious? Ambitious. I'm putting a lot out there this year, hoping that I can create a lot. I really love those Gordo pillars. However, my one reason I didn't get that, two things. One, I think that in order for them to be really effective, you need two of them, one on like kind of either side of the pathway, and that's a lot of money. Two being my big goal with my particular display this year. I want part of the fear factor of my haunt to be that it is kind of provincial and it feels like you've stepped back in time, and that makes it uncomfortable almost. I want it to be very theatrical, very cool, and I think adding something like that, though very, very cool, might put it too much in present day and therefore take away a little bit from some of the other things that I'm working so hard to build myself. This though has a very like old vibe to it. I think I don't know what this looks like out of the box, but we can always dirty up these skulls, make them look really gross and old. Human heads have been around forever, so I feel confident in adding those to the display. I do want to drop a tip for you. If you are going to buy anything from Spirit Halloween this year, please, please, please use a coupon. Spirit stuff is very expensive, especially if you're buying yard decor. You can go on their website, and if you go to the store locator button and type in your zip code where it drops the list of stores, hit the more info button next to your store, and it will pull up a 20% off one item coupon for your store. Please grab one of those, especially if you're buying a big ticket item like this, and get 20% off that item. You do not need to be spending $300 on an animatronic when you can get that sweet, sweet discount. All right. Well, I think that is it for today. Thank you all so much for joining me. Thank you for all the love on the new intro. This is the first video that we used the new intro with. I'm so excited. Thank you so much to Elitza and Bradley Thomas Turner, my animator and the musician who helped that become a reality, who made that a reality. I just came up with the ideas. They did all the work and they are incredible. They are both linked down below, so be sure to follow and support their work. They are absolutely amazing. And be sure to subscribe to this channel if you have not already. We would love to have you as a part of our Glamour Ghoul gang. We have a full decor hunt coming up later this week. I have been hunting for several days across the last couple of weeks, and we have a huge episode headed your way, and you're not going to want to miss that. And of course, you don't want to miss any of the haunt content, the decorate with me's, the craft alongs, all the wonderful Halloween content I have coming your way in the next couple of months. So be sure to subscribe and stick around. And if you would like bonus content from me, you can check out my Patreon in the description box below. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day, and until next time, keep it campy, kooky, glamorous, and spooky. Bye!